Happy Sunday, March 1st. Well, we kicked off the very last day of February with actually rain on Leap Day, the 29th. We did get some trace amounts of rain in the valley, a quick shower moving through, but it wasn't enough rain to record anything. The trace amounts moving through weren't measurable, and we're looking at Sacramento Executive Airport measuring 0 rain for the entire month of February. Now, the normal for February is about 3.47 inches, so we are behind 3.47 inches. Now, as we take a look at how this compares to the water year, which begins October 1st, we've so far received 6.14 inches of rainfall. The normal for this time of year is about double that, 13.39 inches. So we are behind 7¼ inches. But I do want to bring up the fact that last year we had a lot more rainfall. The amount of rainfall we had last year is about 16½ inches, so we were well above the normal mark that we should be around this time of year, which is great. That means we have more rain in the reservoirs, so even though we were behind an entire month in rain, we're not necessarily in drought conditions. We do have enough rain in our reservoirs to help us out even as we move through another month here. And if this continued, let's just say another year potentially where we don't have any more rain coming through or not very measurable amounts of rain, that's when we should start to, worry a little bit, but we're still doing very well when it comes to reservoirs. Okay, so let's talk about the watches and warnings in place today. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect until about lunchtime for northern areas of the Sierra, where we're still looking at snowfall potential. And then also looking at areas like Fresno, Madera, Mariposa counties with that winter weather advisory in effect till 4 p.m. So we'll see most of that snow heading its way south and still sticking around for areas around Yosemite. Now, the wind advisory that's in effect is going to expire around 8 p.m. for the Sacramento County areas, Sutter, Yolo, Yuba County areas until 8 p.m. But with that, we're still going to expect to see more winds overnight. So just beware, just because an advisory expires, you're still going to look at some more winds. So this could very well be extended. I expect it to be extended into Monday because winds will pick up Monday as well, as high as 20 miles per hour. So tree branches in the roadways, you're going to see even potential for downed power lines. We'll see wind gusts as high as about 50 miles per hour in the Sierra. Okay, let's take a look at some of these low pressure systems, what's contributing to all of our precipitation. We do have several here moving through, and some of them even pushing up next to each other with cold fronts connecting warm fronts, and this is bringing in a lot of rain. You're looking at some of that rain being attributed for areas of the Sierra moving its way south. Now, a slighter system, this low pressure, moving around northern California to southern California, bringing them some rain, and we'll expect to see a lot of these northerly winds due to some of these pressure systems very close together. All right, 20 to 35 mile per hour winds, and the gusts could get as high as 40 to 50 miles per hour. So let's talk about where we're looking at winds and the timing of everything. So as we look into the afternoon hours of your Sunday, you're looking at winds picking up close to 10 to 20 miles per hour in the valley, and some of the high spots there through the coastal range in that yellow shade, 20 to 30 miles per hour, and some of this orange shade here near South Lake Tahoe, 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. Now, as we continue to move through the evening, you actually see things starting to pick up overnight and into the early morning hours at 3 a.m. 20 mile per hour winds with occasional gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour near the valley, and then even those 50 mile per hour wind marks here in these purple shades picking up for the high Sierra. Now, we'll fast forward and take a look at this because we do move into Monday at 11 p.m. and we're still looking at breezy conditions, about 10 miles per hour. So maybe not the 20, 30 mile per hour winds, but hey, we're still breezy at 10 miles per hour, still something that you're going to feel, and it's going to affect the way your temperature feels as well, because we will be in the 70s on Monday, but with these winds, it could make it feel a little cooler, especially because the winds are coming in from the north, which means they're pulling in some colder air that usually comes in, the Arctic air that comes in. It's not going to be freezing, but you're going to feel the difference in temperature on your skin. Okay, so let's talk about the snowfall. As we look through the Sierra, you can see that as we move through the morning hours, pretty much everyone's getting that snowfall. We're only getting a few amounts, or a few inches, I should say. And as we continue through the afternoon, we still at 11 a.m. have a little bit more of that snow lingering near Truckee and South Lake Tahoe, but at the higher elevations here, about 6,500 feet or so. And then you can see a little bit lower elevations closer to Yosemite and some more rainfall. Now, this rainfall could very well make its way into Sacramento. Areas like Auburn into Roseville could see a quick little shower. Stockton, Modesto, right around the mid-morning hours and lunchtime. Even the Bay Area looking at a bit of that rainfall through the afternoon. It really is until about 3, 4 p.m. we start to see more sunshine, mostly sunny skies to partly sunny skies. Things start to clear up a bit from the north and continue clearing up as we move further south. Now, right around 4 a.m. Monday, mostly clear skies. All that rain, that snow, those clouds, everything clears out, and we are looking at beautiful skies, but it's going to be a little bit colder overnight as everything clears out as well. All right, let's talk about the snowfall totals here. The further south you get through the Sierra, the higher snow totals. You can see the colors here moving from anywhere 1 to 3 inches, about 3 to 6 inches. The further north you head, you see these colors fading off. In our legend there, only about 1 to 3 inches, and then even as much as 1.5 inches for areas off 49 and 80. So we're really not looking at a whole bunch of snowfall further north. It's primarily sticking further south. Our temperatures drop 10 degrees Monday and we'll hit the mid-70s through the midweek, back into the mid-60s by Friday and Saturday. And we do have another chance on Saturday to see some potential for some showers before reaching 70s once again the following Monday.